Hello, friends and lovers. Welcome back to Hades 2. We got a special little episode here where we're going to take out aspect of Mel for the Skull, the usual loadout besides that, but we got so much to discuss. So much to discuss as of this recording. This is the day after the announcement of the Xbox and PlayStation 5 release on April 14th for Hades 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I've been reading through many of the comments, many of the responses, much of the reception, and just people's thoughts and speculations on what we're going to get, and obviously, I don't have any insider information. I don't know what we're gonna get. Oh, I don't think I like the attack with this at all, nor do I like the special for that matter, too. It's not a good start, really. Yeah, with power from the aspect itself, you really wouldn't want something like his attack there. So I suppose it's Flood Gain? Means we kind of just start with nothing to some degree. To some degree. Want to see what happens, though. So I did try to read through as much as I could to see if people had some interesting and cool ideas as to what they think Supergiant will be adding to the game. Because the big thing, as someone who's already played the game, obviously, is the quote-unquote bonus content and quality of life improvements. Now, there's a lot of speculation around relationships getting improved in a few different ways, like making it easier to romance Icarus and stuff like that, and those kinds of improvements definitely do make a lot of sense with them bringing a lot of new players to the game, right? Hestia doesn't really work great on the attack either here, but I'm still gonna take her and pray that we just get the cast, maybe settle for something like Snuffed Candle otherwise, but mostly just want the cast. And so that makes sense. Yeah, that could be the quality of life stuff. It would be perhaps a little disappointing for the rest of us that have played. Oh, well, I guess Glowing Coal's nice. Stuffed Candle is obviously good too, but I don't know, I kind of like Glowing Coal here a little bit more. Yeah, it would be a little disappointing if that's all we get for that. If for those of us that have already played through the game of plenty, I've experienced the relationships. I was actually kind of surprised to find out. I didn't know this, but someone said in the chat that you only get the sex scenes once, and I was like, oh, I never thought about that. But yeah, it's true. Yeah, you only get them once, and there's no way to get them again. It's like, huh. It was that way in Hades 1 as well, I guess, but potentially some kind of reason to make you go back and replay the game. A common special, huh? It's pretty bad. Pretty bad, I'd say. It's really bad. The cooldown is forever. And I don't want Anvil Ring because I really want to use... Okay. Now this gets a bit tougher here. I would love the attack here. And I know I said, like, on-hit effects aren't as good. I can't skip the shop, though, I think. The shop is too tasty. Sorry, I have a lot of thoughts going at once here. Not happy about a lot of this. No! Near cast, at least. All right, that's fine. At least we got that. I got $499, but I don't really care about palming these that much. So Ares would be the final god. He'd be the only god that has a percentage, and he already gives us bonus power. So that's actually kind of bad. I might want to save the fourth god for, like, anyone else? Like, almost literally anyone else at this junction. Obviously, Aphrodite, Apollo, maybe even Demeter, Hera would be great. Not so much Zeus, probably. Yeah, like, Ares' attack doesn't really make sense here because we already get quite a bit of bonus power. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I tried too hard. All right, so we still don't have origination yet, but Ares would solve that if we get a decent enough attack. Come on now. Thank you, Adu. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was kind of hoping we could get into a cool mega attack thing, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It depends on the hammers, really. All right, we got an epic attack. Can't complain. 60% is still pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's just take the most armor we can here, I think, right now. Can go for more Hestia. That's fine. You could get even more power with, like, Slow Cooker or something like that. Probably going to have too much at this rate. Where was I in discussing things here? Where was I? Can I even remember? I'm not certain I can. I can't remember what we were talking about. Controlled burn. I might use the special from time to time. It's not bad. I'm not going to use controlled burn, though, almost certainly. I'll take a breath of arrows. Selene. She's probably not going to be very good here. Even if we get possessed right. I just don't think we'll be using Omegas. There's a chance. If we get like a cool wide grin thing, maybe. But that would probably be it. Okay. Let's move on. So. The relationships. That's where we were. That's where we were. Yeah, I never really thought about that. Like, oh, right, you only get to bang everyone once, huh? What a sad, sad life Mel lives, right? So I don't think that's going to really change if I were to guess, unfortunately. I mean, it would be cool, but... Ooh, success rate. What is it hitting right now? Just title ring, but... If we get Grievous Blow offered, that'd be fantastic. So, relationships make sense as a potential fix here, I would say, yes. 100%. Something for them to at least get a little bit better at, I think. There's also some storylines. There's a lot of, like, streamlining certain events, basically, to make it so newer players can experience them without having to go to the internet and ask a bunch of questions like, why can't I trigger this event? Why can't I find this familiar? Why can't I advance Icarus storyline? All that stuff, right? There's definitely, I peruse the subreddit very heavily. I look at the official Discord and stuff like that too. And some of the biggest recurring questions are around unlocks of that nature. I think like some familiars in particular, like the bird, people are still often confused as to why they don't have it yet and stuff like that. So there's definitely some quality of life improvements there. Now, what could be a quality of life improvement that would affect us no-lifers here, basically? I wonder. Oh, how I wonder. Breath of arrows popped off. Oh, you're still not done, huh? Not you. It's you. All right, there she goes. I'm not really sure. There's definitely, like, still some visual clutter problems in the game overall, to say the least. I don't have good examples of this now, but usually around cast builds. So like a quality of life thing might be having perhaps like an opacity slider or something like that. I could imagine for certain effects, or maybe just all effects. I'm not sure. I think that's like a little quality of life thing. Tracking and stuff, I'm not sure. Someone said menu wrapping. So it's like, yeah, I mean, that does make sense, right? It's such a small thing, you know? It's such a small thing, I think. Like right here.
Which one would help?
You can't wrap around to the other side if you try to. And it's such a small thing to ask for, but it does seem like it would actually be quite useful. You don't need Breath of Arrows now, I think. With all this armor. It's such a small thing. But yeah. I can't really think of a ton of things that I would personally like that would be considered like quality of life. That would really fix much for the way I play the game or anything like that. I'm not sure, honestly. Dear God, that'd be terrible. It might be this one. Yeah, I think so. The others are pretty bad. Okay, my darlings. We could get that one duo, whose name I can forget, between Ares and Hestia. All right, so let's talk about the more important thing here, really. Let's pick that one up. Bonus content. Some bonus content, huh? Obviously, we saw the preview for Heracles. That was very clear, to say the least. I don't think we buy more Poseidon here that much, really. And Hef doesn't have that much, although I have 3 rock and more Ares coming, so his infusion might be one of the better ones for us, given that we have a healthy amount of power. Knew that was gonna miss. Big old whiff. Oh, Tony, sit still. Got him. Bonus content. So you might be able to stumble upon Heracles potentially in Dionysus's room on the surface? That was the way I took it. Heavy metal with all this armor already. It's kind of funny. Let's do it. Just to be different. I mean, I'm probably going to lose it all eventually, but I'm up to 196 armor already. 207 because Trusty Shield does stock up a little bit there. It's my understanding. I don't know if I've ever really done an armor build, but it's going to be hard to keep this through Skilla. For sure. I've attempted to do the armor build. I mean, I've used the scarf and I've carried armor all the way to the end and stuff like that, but it's never, I wouldn't say it's been the highlight of a run ever, truly. No, what are you aiming at, Mel? There's nothing there. Thank you. Okay, let's convert that. What do we think is the bonus content? What do we think will be the bonus content, I should say? Besides a simple Heracles thing. I don't know if we're really going to get anything that earth-shattering, like a new weapon or another god. I would be quite shocked if it was something like that. I would love to see more advancement on the Chaos Trial system, personally. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I think at this point in time, instead of thinking about narrative events, I think I see a lot of people asking for more narrative events or to fix certain narrative events or to, you know, just expand on them, etc., etc., etc. People are really focused on that, and that makes sense. Hades is a very story-centric game, right? Both of them. But I think at this point, we should really be thinking about longevity of the game and how to keep players interested in it. I think. So that's where, like, the Chaos Trials could be better in just giving us more Chaos Trials, customizable Chaos Trials, shareable Chaos Trials, maybe even daily Chaos Trials. You know, there's a lot of possibilities there, I do think. Scalding a Vapor. Golden Steam. What hits first, glowing coal or the cast? How am I going to get this vapor? Is this going to work? So it says, if foes with froth are struck by your fire effects from Hestia, that does include glowing coal, actually. But the question is, what damage triggers first? Tidal Ring or glowing coal? I don't know. Perhaps we'll actually find out. Hey, our first hammer has finally decided to appear. We still have 207 armor. Wide grid is in, baby! I'm doing it. I don't even care if it's not right. It's funny. Can we all agree? It is so funny. It's actually pretty good overall, I would argue as well. Alright, let's focus on not getting hit if I can. Gotcha. Boink. Where'd my cast go? Trying to go nice and slow. Not always succeeding, though. I don't think we got her yet still, sadly. Okay, finally got you. Did not get you, though. My armor, my armor. Okay, that's done. I'm supposed to be watching for the vapor here, too, if I can. That's her sort of stun breaker move there. Oh, we're gonna take another hit here. Hide in the corner. Damn it. Damn it! My armor! I needed to keep that. It's okay, it's a wide grid run now. That's with me. I did see some interesting requests around asking for a hell mode for Hades 2. It's like, oh, it's the perfect time. And I mean, I can kind of see that. Hell mode in Hades 1, in case you don't know, was a pseudo harder mode in the game. You could start a new save file or your first save file on hell mode. You get an extra pact of punishment offering, and you have to start each run with at least 5 heat. But that was it. It wasn't good, to be honest. And it was really strange for a game like Hades 1 or 2 to have something like that where you need to start a brand new save file. I didn't like it. Well, we did keep some of the armor. You want to try to do that? Armorbuild.com? We'll try. All right, Silken Sash, let's go, baby. Grow that armor. Yes, I'll take... I don't think that actually works. I couldn't tell if Scalding Vapor worked or not, sorry. If it was working with just the cast alone, that is. I'm not sure if... I probably could trigger it by using the special through enemies while they have the froth, though. Maybe I can see better in a less hectic moment like this, right? Let me see. Glowing Cold definitely hits first. You can see the damage numbers appear in a very, very specific way, I would say. Oh, damn, that's too bad. Not the end of the world, but probably wasn't really worth the take. I don't even remember what the other options were off the top of my head. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think there should be a mode where you have to start a brand new save file like that. Like, if you want to introduce some new fears, that's great and everything. And I would love to actually see some more customizability around anything, really. So that, I think that would be cool, but don't make us start a brand new save file for it. You know what I mean? I've always said, like, I don't think these games would be the worst option for, like, a hardcore mode. It would have to be a bit, it wouldn't have to be, like, so strict. Like, it's the exact same game, but your save file deletes when you lose for the first time. It could be a bit more different than that, I think, personally. Martial art would still be good here. Methinks. Woo! Got her! Let's go. Big hits, big hits, big hits. Hey, Scalding Vapor actually did do something there. Unfortunately, it still didn't get the thing. I guess security system, though, is armor related. So let's go, baby. Big damage at the start of each room. And it allows me to kind of go balls deep at the beginning, too. All right, all right, all right. Pom 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 would hit the attack, the special, or trusty shield. One of those three. Evade, evade, evade would actually help us keep our armor up and build it up higher. So I guess I'm actually going to do that. I think that makes sense. Second hand, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Possess Ray would still be an absolute monster, I think, although our regen here is bad for it. In fact, it might not even work for it. Not sure, though. Can't remember now. I might have a hard time remembering that. So, interestingly, some of the most speculation I got was what was Supergiant Games'... It wasn't not so much speculation around what kind of bonus content we are going to actually receive. More so that most of the discussion was around what Supergiant going to do next, you know. And of course, it makes sense. I hate that Hades fans want more Hades. There's no surprise there. Oh, let's go! Come on! Kaboom! Kaboom, though. Please, dude. Come on, though. That's huge. Oh my god. More shells. More wide grin. It can't be wrong. It can't be wrong. So, a lot of people are saying, like, let's get a Hades 3. Let's get a different mythology. You know, it's been well known that there is a third sibling in the Hades family between Zag and Mel. I mean... A lot of Greek mythology and, like, the text for it, there's a lot of information that's sort of in different places, you know, like, there's not a lot of concrete stuff, but they could definitely just say, like, yeah, there's a third sibling. Because I'm not certain how, what's the term here? How well accepted it is. I don't even know if Mel here is really a very prolific character in Greek mythology at all either. So I don't think we bother with Selene, honestly. Ooh. It does help with wounds, supposedly. It's probably not great. otherwise for us in particular, but I guess I'll try it because the other two weren't very interesting. Hades 3, you know, give us co-op, that kind of thing. Around co-op in particular, these are just my personal opinions and has no real weight, of course, in any certain way. Unfortunately, as a content creator, co-op would not be the thing that I want so much, you know what I mean? I'd be really happy for the people that could enjoy it, but it'd be a tougher thing for me in particular to thoroughly enjoy, I think is how I would describe it. Tried. Oh, God, dog. I'll be over here waiting for you to finish your jazz here. What? I just really wanted to make that happen. All right, chill. I'm probably being too weird here instead of just killing him. Woo! Got him! I'm kind of curious about the meters here, but it's almost certainly all attack. Maybe a little bit on the cast. Oh, don't get me wrong. I play the hell out of co-op. We'd have some cool collabs and stuff like that going on. No doubt about it there. But, you know, I just like to see... Moving on. Not even just, like, small... How do I describe this? You know what I mean? Like, I think thinking short term, you'd say, like, let's get another weapon. Let's get another god. Let's get a new zone or something like that. But all that, you know, it's sort of... very digestible content that comes and goes very, very, very quickly. Wait, do I have to leave this on? Oh, I do. Never thought about that. It comes and goes very quickly, you know? Like, we'd snack through that in, like, a month, and then we'd be back to square one to some degree, sadly, right? So what can they... So I'm always thinking to myself, what can they add to the game that's going to turn it into the next Binding of Isaac, the next Slay the Spire, the next Balatro? The kind of game where there hasn't necessarily been, you know, new content every month. You know, I know they've had their own content updates to some degree, but yet there's still a very active and healthy community that continues to play the game. There's a competitive scene and stuff like that. You know what I mean? How do we turn those games into that? And the truth is, I don't actually know how, but that's always what I'm kind of like hoping for somehow. It's like one of those things, like, I want to keep playing the game, but it does become difficult to find ways to find new and exciting ways to keep myself entertained and to keep you entertained, probably. Oh, watch out for those flames, baby. Anyway, the whole, like, different mythology thing. I mean, this is all just my opinion. I mean, God knows what they'll actually do. Who knows? Maybe. I am an old school fanboy of the studio is the thing, though. And the truth is, I loved their unique and distinct worlds that created in games like Bastion, Transistor, and Pyre, and I really want them to go back to that. I mean, I'm not against them making like a Norse or Egyptian mythology style Hades game by any stretch. This is on regular attacks, right? Yeah. All right, we'll go with that just because it's cool then. Plus 30% on our attack. I would love to see them create their own worlds. I mean, the Hades games, they still kind of feel like a Supergiant world at the end of the day. But I don't know. I just like that idea. And the truth is, I think in terms of gameplay, I would love to see something completely different from them, I think, at this point. I think they did an amazing job with these Hades games in terms of the gameplay in particular. Not talking about the story, not talking about the narrative, not talking about art or any of that crap, basically. Whoa. They did an amazing job, but I'll admit, like, you know, I feel like it might be time to move on from this very kind of tight action gameplay. And I think they could really do something. They definitely have the capability of creating something, you know, fantastic in a slightly altered genre. Flash Fry. I have 2 rarefies. I wanted more rock, but I didn't find it. None of these are great. I might not even get another boon at this rate, besides maybe what's in the shop. Show me Heat Rush. Okay, Hef could give us rock, which I should seek desperately. And I talked about this, but I mean, I'm a sucker for a card game, and I know a lot of you probably don't want that. But they would just do it so well, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a card game, but even just like, you know, a strategy game or something like that. At this point, I'll always be a fan. It's no problem, but I think when I see them be so successful at something like this, I can't help but think like they could be successful at almost any game they put their mind to. So I want to see them conquer some other genres kind of thing. Does that make sense? That's almost what I want to see. C-Star, you're a bit late, honey. Yeah, you're not gonna do anything. Almost certainly. Does that mean I just take buried treasure just for some money now? I think so. There's a chance that like a triple palm could drop here or something. But only a chance of it. And I already have enough money, so there's no point in taking a money door, I would say. Bonk. Oh, to discuss wide grin a little bit, I don't think it's actually a good take for the most part, even here. But it is just fun. It's just fun. The truth is, it kind of makes you mess up, and it doesn't necessarily have the synergy like it sounds like it does with Aspect of Mel. Maybe that's sort of a thing that they could approach, is some of these, I don't know if you'd really call them bugs, but almost, anti-synergies, like things that kind of maybe the game doesn't act like how you think it would based on how you read like certain descriptions and stuff like that. And so with Wide Grin, you have to think about the description aspect of Mel, and it says each shell gets more power for each shell already fired, or something like that. How does it describe it? Attacks have more power for each shell fired and not yet retrieved. So you'd think that when you fire this, every single one of those shells has a full bonus of plus how much power? 6 times 12? 72 power, right? That's not the case, sadly. It seems to take a screenshot when Mel actually fires it off for the first time. Oh, we do have 8 rock now, suddenly. Sick. Rallying cries on. Okay. I guess we still buy all this anyway, though. And we got some more armor. Yeah, Snuff Candle's got to be the best one now. Martial art now? Martial art now? Ooh, yeah! It almost lagged a little bit. That swap's actually not bad, but martial art is gonna be much better, I think. Plus 40%. And we can buy it all, baby. 297 armor, 300 armor before we enter. We gotta get a screenshot of that. It's gonna be even more at the start of this fight because of the security system here. We actually got a healthy percentage bonus by the end of the run.
Just like your father.
Can I carry this armor all the way? I think... Oh, I still have the dress on, too. I didn't think about that. Hold on. I want to get a screenshot. 600 of 1 armor. Holy God. I know it's not totally true because of the security system, but what can you do? Oh, my God. The dodge. Come on. Stop getting hit. Trying to take care of the ads before I really get to work. Aye, you got me. That's fine. Ooh. Okay, here he comes. Now I can get to work, baby. Now we can get to work. Oh, nope. Another ad's out. I'll be over here for a minute. Okay. Glowing Cold, number 2 in the damage, and then it's just all attack. So we might be able to burst here. Yes, we did. Oh, no, that's bad. Dodged. Okay, but you can't do that, dude. Can I just say you can't do that? It's gonna do the wombo combo here. Okay, we got him to half. Whoa, that was close, I'm not gonna lie. Almost lost all my armor because of that. Damn it. I know all the ads are here, but trying to just finish them. There we go. Rip all that armor. Come on, let me carry it. Okay, there we go. I think we hit the damage cap there. Let's let him come a little bit. We over here, buddy? Oh, goodness gracious me. Damn it. Ah, I swear you just did that move. Not the slowdown, it's just the doppelganger. Slowdown is the scariest move here. It's so not fair. Wow, I got lucky. I didn't know the doppelganger could actually do the throw like that, really.
Are you quite done?
I escape you. Oh, come on, man. Okay, already hit the damage cap. We had like one big hit there. Oh, man. Probably should have sniped me with that. It's the truth. Get him! Pop him! Woo! There it goes. Oh, man.
Death to Kronos, was it?
Anyway, I know there wasn't like I know this is like very nothing burger, as the kids say. Like what was there to discuss? I don't know. I just like to hear your speculations. So if you got speculations, let me hear it. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to see. Whether you want to talk about the bonus content, the quality of life stuff, what Supergiant does next with their games. You know, I'm just excited for anything they put out, any little thing. And I stand by what I said in the previous video, is that I think there is room for like DLC or content updates in Hades 2 here. My concern is that I don't know it. I think there's enough room for expression in Hades 2 left. I am a bit more concerned if there's room for expression around a Hades 3. How do you advance? You know, think of how the combat evolved, I guess, from Hades 1 to Hades 2. They added the Omega moves, you know, and they changed a few things around, you know. How do you evolve the combat the same amount, you know, and make it feel distinct for another game? What can you add? And some people might just say, well, just add co-op with 2 different playstyles. It's like, maybe that is the answer, huh? Maybe it is. All right. Let's go, let's go. Big armor run. That was pretty funny, right? That was pretty funny. I mean, I was practically out by the end of it, but so be it. Where is, I was going to say heavy metal in particular. We are a silk saver. It was also a wide grin run, though, which we've had in the past. And we had bolstered array, which is just a fun combination, I think. You know what I mean? I think so a lot. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, I'll be revisiting lots of Hades 2 and exploring whatever they add to the game and discussing it. And now that we have the full launch, I do have some ideas for videos in the future discussing different aspects of the game and, you know, just kind of breaking it all down. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I asked for. And I'll see ya in another video.